Welcome back, everyone. Sheepdog Smokey here, and more of the same. We're just not seeing anything happen. And believe me, I have made my feelings known regularly to my congressmen, my senators, and to the White House. But right now, we have a report from the Sun Sentinel, and this was published on Thursday. Broward and Palm Beach counties are bracing for plane loads of immigrants from crowded U.S. camps. Now, one, I would amend this if I were on the Sun Sentinel. Because Brittany here says the Trump administration is planning to move hundreds of immigrants from overcrowded camps along the U.S. border to Broward and Palm Beach counties, local officials said Thursday. One, it's not the Trump administration. It's Immigration and Customs Enforcement. It's Customs and Border Patrol. And they are operating under policies, rules, and laws that have to be changed by Congress. They are operating on rulings by liberal judges. You see, President Trump's administration has tried to say, oh, you were caught crossing the border illegally, go back to Mexico and we'll call you when your trial comes. And a liberal judge said no. President Trump's administration is trying to enforce border rules, border laws, by putting a wall on the border, and Congress is standing in his way. This is not Donald Trump doing this. This is the government that's been doing this for longer than Trump has even been interested in running for president. But just like how from 2009 to 2017, anytime this happened, it was ICE or CBP or it was ignored because Obama was in office. Now that it's Trump in office, everything is laid squarely on his desk. Now, Governor DeSantis and the sheriffs in Broward and Palm Beach are all speaking out against this. And thankfully, we have Governor DeSantis, and you have the sheriffs in Palm Beach and Broward County who are speaking out against this and who are bringing it up so it does make headlines and it does make the news. But unfortunately, we have the Democrat controlled media, which is now even parts of Fox News, that ignore it. As long as there is no report on CNN or MSNBC or ABC, CBS, or any of them, the majority of the country won't even know this is happening. Those that do and watch those networks because they enjoy them will champion the move as humanitarian, even though they're literally saying, okay, you're in Florida, bye. No transportation, no housing, no food, no nothing. They're leaving it up to beleaguered counties that have been receiving illegal immigrants for years, and the counties are not allowed to deport because that has to be done by the Fed, and the counties are begging for this to stop. Notice, however, this doesn't ever come up with illegals sent to Los Angeles County or Marin County or whatever borough or county New York City is. They're not sent to blue states. Why is that? Now, thankfully, we have more governors now, more Republican governors now, that actually enforce U.S. law when it comes to elections. You see Governor Abbott here in Texas, and from what I've seen, I will expect Governor DeSantis in Florida to follow suit. Prosecute voter fraud. There are no motor voter laws in these states. So, on the one hand, this is at least something that we're glad they didn't go to Los Angeles or San Francisco or San Diego or New York or Chicago, where they'd be handed welfare, WIC, food stamps, driver's license, and be registered to vote. But unfortunately, Democrats are Democrats through and through. They will register these people to vote. They will send them fraudulent voter registration indicating they're already marked, indicating they're a citizen. And these people will be told, oh, you go in and you mark where it says D, and that says you vote to stay. And they're lied to. And they're used. Democrats, the supposed party of the people, the party of humanitarian policies, well, they are the party of Let us bring in as many people as we want. We will lie to them, keep them ignorant of our language, so that they will keep voting for us. Those who do learn the language then hear that, well, Trump wants to take away food stamps. Why? I need these, so I'll vote Democrat. And so on and so forth. We will hear nothing other than local reports, possibly just police blotters from Broward and Palm Beach, of crime increasing. We know for a fact that children are used and recycled at the border to get people not related to them in any way into the country. We have reports of children dragged for thousands of miles through inhospitable territory, and they arrive sick as a dog. And because Border Patrol are not angelic healers sent from the great beyond to snap their fingers and heal people, the Border Patrol killed that child, who was already basically dead. The Border Patrol was unable to heal God only knows how many illnesses and symptoms in a matter of minutes, so that makes them responsible for the death, according to CNN and the rest. Had this been Obama's eyes, CNN would be reporting it's very sad that the child died, but their parents dragged them through all these horrible areas, and they weren't fed right on their way through Mexico, and they might have gotten who knows if they were bitten by a bug or something. So it's not our fault. It's just a horrible situation. But the second Trump's in office, it's his fault. And you can bet any opposition to this story will be Trump supporters are evil, racist bigots who just hate immigrants. I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. My great-grandfather immigrated from Germany to the United States in the late 1800s. Even looking at it then, with Austria or Austro-Hungary and Germany, you could tell the tensions were high. And my great-grandfather just wanted a simple life, so he immigrated legally to this country. Eventually, over the course of a few years, made his way south and west from Ellis Island, New York, to Texas. Started a family, started a farm, paid his taxes, was a upstanding and contributing member of society. And ultimately, that's where we come in. My great-grandfather on my father's mother's side, my father's paternal or maternal grandmother or grandfather, also emigrated to the United States in the late 1800s with two almost grown sons, and they also moved to Texas. And he ultimately married my grandmother's mother, remarried to her, and had kids and all that, and then ultimately moved to the same area. My grandparents met, and so on and so forth, as the story goes. But you see, both Wilhelm and Travis immigrated to this country legally. Both bought a ticket from Europe to the U.S. Both came in at an authorized crossing point, which would have been Ellis Island. Both were checked for disease, both were registered, and both were issued their documents saying they were allowed to move to the U.S. They then moved southwest to Texas, where they could earn a living and raise a family. And every time someone comes into this country illegally, that is a slap in the face. That is spitting in the face of every family that has started with nothing, like my father's side of the family in the U.S. Barely over 120 years of my father's family is being spat on daily by these criminals who break into our country and then demand every benefit we give to them. I'm not disparaging those who truly do want to come to the U.S. for a better life, but the vast majority of them are standing in line at McAllen or El Paso or San Diego, waiting to enter the country legally. And every person crossing illegally and then being let go is spitting in the face of those people even to this day. We need what it would actually be humanitarian immigration policies, which would be don't drag your children across a desert. Stay in your country, apply at our consulate or embassy, and if they approve you to come to our country, do so legally. But liberals hate that because it doesn't embolden and increase their voter base. But I've talked long enough. Let me know what you think. As always, keep the comments civil. We do not learn from argument, we learn from debate. Any of you whose lineage, like mine, is recent legal immigrants, tell your story. Tell the story of yourself, your parents, grandparents, great grandparents, or other ancestors who have recently, and I use the term lightly, but who have come here legally. Maybe by just story after story after story, someone will have their mind changed and realize that illegal immigration only hurts everyone. As always, please remember to like and share this video, as well as to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're among the first to know of all new content as it is posted. Until next time, everyone have a wonderful day.